He closed the door and locked it. "Sorry if you were just going to bed." He gave a dry chuckle, mirthlessly. "Going to bed would be one activity I haven't done all day." I glanced at his bed, the blankets dishevelled. "Sorry." "No, Charlotte. Don't let my mood get to you. I'm glad you're here. Sit down." I slumped on the chair he indicated, feeling drained all of a sudden. I didn't know what to say. All the things I had wanted to say seemed irrelevant. He'd been locked up here all day, and I came to talk about my little problems. "They made you override his mind base," he said. It was a statement, not a question. I nodded. "And reinstall his knowledge modules." So Carla Avery had asked him as well. I nodded again. "They want me to do it to all 700 of them when the forward comes in." "Charlotte, you can't." His voice was almost pleading. "That's what I told them. It seems that while the men were out there, they'd developed a lot of new skills. We would destroy all that. And doing this wouldn't be right. They're people, not robots." I had to stop speaking, or I would have burst out in tears. I couldn't get that dead face out of my mind. I added in a whisper, "I think I just killed someone." "No, you didn't." "Yes, I did. He had this wonderful personality. You should have seen the knowledge he'd built up. He had almost acquired half a module of material I never installed. And you know, they've given each other names, and now I destroyed all that. I just woke him up and his eyes are dead." My voice cracked. "Charlotte, you didn't kill him. Take it from me." "Then what would you call it? I wiped his personality. There's nothing left." He looked uncomfortable. "I don't know what you'd call it. And understand me, it's not something I would do by choice." I laughed mirthlessly. "That's putting it mildly. I can't do this." There was a long silence, in which the only sounds were the humming of the engines and the hiss of air out of the ducts. "What do you think? Am I just stupid and sentimental?" I asked. "I wouldn't call it that, but I think you can use better arguments. What I was going to say before is that you should explain why it's impossible to do what they ask you to do. If these 700 men have the same fault, then the other 6,000 will have it as well. Even if you wanted to, there is no way you can call in and override all those men. We took 3 years to get where we are now. You can't expect to recreate that in 2 months. They say the problem is confined to one ship. Do you believe that?" I was silent for a while. We both knew. Neither of us did. "You know," I hesitated. "I had a look, and the ISF charter says I can override any order if I feel the effectiveness of a major part of an operation is compromised. The construct force is essential to this war. There is more of them than there are of us in this fleet." "Yes. Section 46, subsection A1. I know. Don't, Charlotte." "Why not? Has anyone ever used it?" "Would you want to ruin your career?" "I'm finished with the ISF anyway. Not if we don't win this war." That was painfully true, and in my contract, with my signature on it. What then? Wipe these men and compromise their effectiveness? Just do your best, even though we both know it's impossible. But the ISF invested billions in them. The ISF invested in the technology. Oh, I saw. They could always produce new men, totally expendable.